Welcome back, boys and girls, to another episode of Red's Rustic Retreat. This is Red with a K here, and thank you for joining me for another one. This will be a good go at her. First off, I want to tell you guys, I've been doing a little work off camera, a little reorganization in here. Got a few extra goodies inside the box, and I dug a hole that goes way down because I need a little bit of resources. As you can tell, I'm wearing my iron armor now. Got a little bit of cobble collected up and been doing some work out here. There's some of the boring stuff that nobody wants to see. Got a couple of cows from out and about, been breeding them. Same with the chickens, been breeding those guys. Logged a couple of the trees, started my own little farm here to collect some of the wood. And laid out the foundation for what will be Red's Rustic Retreat. And that's the general shape of where it's going to be, next to my little lake with a front porch and a yard and all the goodness that goes along with it. But I realize that I am missing some other varieties of wood. I've only got this spruce wood here. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to, I think, go out and around the corner over there, and there's some oak and some birch. You can just burn. Feel the pain. Feel it. Feel the burn. No pain, no gain, buddy. I'm not even going to kill you. So, the response of the last episode, episode number 1, the intro to Red's Rustic Retreat, was phenomenal. I got a boatload of questions, both in the YouTube comments, which is where I would prefer them to be, as well as in the Twitters. And I had to break them all down and separate them into categories, and I think I've got 5 or 6. I'm going to try really hard to address them here today, because this is a series that is safe for questions about people who are doing or trying to do the YouTube stuff. So starting off with question number 1, while we do a little mind-numbing work and we log out some of the birch trees and the oak trees in the area here. The very first question, this is a great one. What is the coolest thing about being a YouTuber? Well, I am not somebody who is big in the YouTubes right now. I've only got around, I'd say 70 or 75 or so subscribers. That is a ton to me. I never thought that I would have even 2 or 3 people follow me. I kind of do this as a hobby, and folks kind of clamored on and joined on and want to see more, so I give them as much as I can. But the coolest thing about being a YouTuber for me, in my scenario, remember, this is an opinion. This is what I think about it. It is not what everybody else needs to think, and you don't even need to agree with me. But the one thing that I think is cool about being a YouTuber is the fact that I get to interact with folks of a like mind. Now that might sound kind of lame to some folks, but in a world where you are surrounded by people who have no reason to be genuine or unique with you face to face, go to the grocery store and the girl behind the counter smiles and nods and says her stuff, but she might be thinking one thing and doing another thing and just partaking in her job very politely and kindly because she's good at it. Same if you're in school. People might be nice to you because you're in school and you don't want to get in trouble, and that's the way that it is. But here in the YouTube community, specifically the Minecraft community, my goodness, people are here because they want to be here. They're doing this because they want to be doing this. They are genuine and they are unique. And very rarely do you run across somebody who is, faking it. So the coolest part for me is literally to be able to hang out with these people, get honest opinions in a constructive and in a constructive and in a positive manner and attitude. Phenomenal to me. Oh, dang. Oh, good. I got one of these. All right. And that is one of the coolest things out there. Now, I'm an older guy, so I've dealt with a lot of folks who do a lot of things for a lot of the right and a lot of the wrong reasons in my life. And here it just seems the Minecraft community, everybody does it for the right reason. And I love it. It is very refreshing. It is very invigorating. It makes me want to get up every single day and provide content for people, whether or not I am a big or a little channel. It is still a great payment for me for that service of doing this for the folks. That is a very cool, and I would dare say the coolest thing about being a YouTuber. Now, the number 2 thing on the list here, as far as a question goes, we're starting with the light and fluffy stuff here, folks. The number 2 thing is my inspiration to start YouTube. What was it? Well, that as well is what I would consider a moderately easy question to answer. My inspiration for doing the YouTube stemmed from my brother. We live a very far distance apart, many, many hundreds of kilometers, many hundreds of miles apart. And in order to spend time together, we don't chit-chat on the phone. What we do is we try and play games together. It's a little bit more constructive. It keeps us entertained. We're guys. We don't like yammering on the phone with a thing glued to our ear. We just grunt and say, hi, how's it going? Good. Hi, how's it going? Great. And we hang up on each other. We love each other dearly, but phone's just not the way to do it. So we play the video games, and it's been a number of years of us living apart and trying to find the ideal game which we can spend online together and also feel slightly constructive. I need to get over here for more birch trees, I think. Pardon me while we jump across the pond. So he introduced it to me. One day he bought it for me. It was at Christmas time, 2 and a bit years ago or so. And he said, look what I found, let's give it a try. I said, okie dokie. We hopped on, never looked back. Rarely even touched another video game since, in fact. And we spent all of that time playing Minecraft. I own a server, I run it off of my computer, I don't pay for it, I just run it off the computer, and my brother and his eldest son and a couple other family members, as well as some close friends, all of whom do not live close to each other, spend our times on my Minecraft server. We get to chat then, we hop onto Google+, Hangouts, or Skype, and we all get together and do the same thing. So it is a very good way for us to keep in touch. That was the inspiration. That's where the inspiration stemmed from. After doing some builds, after coming up with ideas, after creating boards for us to play on, different types of sort of like mini games and situational things where everybody who plays on my server would get together and try and accomplish something, they decided that, hey, you know, Red, you should get on the YouTube. You should start videotaping this. You should start recording it and putting it out. They figured that I had the personality, I had the voice, I had the everything that goes along with being able to do this. And so they pushed me and prodded me and poked me and tickled my feet and said, get out there and do this. My brother, he learned how to use Fraps and what other programs there were and how to make them work and what the best ones were. My other friends who are on the server, they decided to get me brand new keyboard, brand new mouse. And, you know, with all of that being put down, I said, fine. I will create a YouTube account and I will create an online identity and I will start doing this stuff. So that inspired me to get going. Now, I had already watched loads, years and years of YouTube. I don't have cable TV, so I've watched all sorts of things, not just video game related stuff, but after a while I started focusing on the video game stuff, especially the Minecrafting. So I watched all the big guys, you know, I'm Canadian, so I watched Etho, Vintage Beef, Juistra, Paws on Paws, and then of course I started watching Corrales and B00. Those two being my main building source of goodness. Etho being the redstone guy. I still don't understand redstone, don't know how it works, but man, I love Etho. And Jenny B for the entertainment factor, man, that guy's just funny, and it's nice to take tips and examples from him as well. So those guys were my inspiration. Those guys gave me some tips and tricks and how-tos on the YouTube stuff. For etiquette and everything like that after I got the initial push from my family and my friends. And you know what, guys? I still do watch them. I still pay attention. You'll see me like and favorite a few of their videos here and there and now and again. But today, since I am doing YouTube, now, my inspiration are people who have small channels and love doing what they're doing. Man, folks like Grafoniac, Dolenmeister, Kondrick, Davkus 2005, Cherry P Gamer, MK the worst. The girls and guys that are out there every day grinding away, trying to make this stuff work and having fun doing it. Desi TM. You want to watch somebody good, that is a good man to watch. All of these folks, and I know I'm not listing everybody, so I'm forgetting a whole bunch out there that are dear to my heart, who help me get to where I'm going and do what I'm doing. But the point is that it's examples like that that are my inspiration now. That is what inspires me to continue doing the YouTubes and to continue making this kind of stuff, is to watch the Minecraft mama, derp guru, parents who encourage their kids to be out there to be on the Minecraft, and they themselves are on the Minecraft as well. Those are my inspiration. Those are the people I love, truly. They support me, I support them, and it is just a fantastic community. And that is the inspiration that I have in order to do this kind of stuff on the YouTube. Now, the third question here revolves around social networking as a tool for my channel. Well, yeah, social networking. What do I think about it as a tool for the channel? Well, it is imperative, 100% imperative, to help you grow your channel. Now, if you just want to put videos up, just put videos up. You don't need to join, you don't need to join Twitter, you don't need to join Facebook, you don't need to join any of those social media things. But if you want your channel to grow, you gotta get your name out there, and the social media tools are the best way to do it. There is a particular way to use them. Etiquette. It is called etiquette for those of you who spam comments, who ask unnecessary things of people who do the YouTube stuff, who insist or get mad at or react in a negative manner using your social media. Not cool. Not cool at all. I don't care how big or how small you are. You're not going to get good feedback. You're going to get banned. You're going to get suspended. You're going to get timed out. It is not the way to use it. It is not an all-access pass for you to just rant and rave about what is or isn't happening to you. The only way people get recognized is by putting in hard work and hard effort, and those people don't have time to deal with that. So boom, you get banned. That's the way it is. And you're going to have to deal with it as a part of reality of just life. You don't go out into reality, into real life, IRL. And, no you don't. You don't go into IRL and holler at somebody because you don't like the way that they decided to do something. You deal with it. Because if you went out and hollered at me in public, in real life, I'd slap you. You just don't do that. It is not the right kind of etiquette to get anything done. And that applies very specifically to using the YouTubes as well. We are people and humans here. Every single one of us, the big, the small, the little, the nasty, everybody is a human. And you gotta respect that. It is mandatory. If you don't, then you will not get treated with respect back. Come on, guys, I'm not a religious man, but the golden rule, do unto others as you would have done to yourself, applies here. Use it. And you will find that you will get the benefits that come from using such a thing. Now, we got to plant a little bit of these here. I got to get these trees growing so that we can actually get some saplings to do some work. And we might head back now that it's daytime as well and go get a few more here. There we go. So, social networking, yes, use it. Create an online identity. And this is going to lead into the next question as well, which is, you know, how do you get noticed by other YouTubers in a community? And I'm sort of explaining that along the lines as well here. I'm sort of saying it by how you don't get noticed, and sort of, you know, elaborating a little bit on that. How you do get noticed? Well, you get noticed by commenting. You get noticed by liking and favoriting and saying hello and being intelligible with your comments, by making remarks that are constructively criticizing if you need to criticize, and that are positive. This community that we are in, the good people outweigh the bad people, and you gotta remember that. That is the most important thing, I would say, is the good people here will always be winning over top of the people who are out there whining and complaining and voicing their opinion in a negative manner. So if you want to get noticed, you got to watch the videos of the people who you like. This is all about doing what you love. So watch the folks you like. That is the best way to get noticed. You give a thanks, you give a like, you give a hey, how do you do? And let them know that you're watching, let them know that you care and you're paying attention to their videos. Don't say you should. That is not how you get noticed. They should do whatever they want to do. It's their channel. If you don't like it, leave. If you like it, say thanks, I enjoyed that. It was a good time. Good build, good idea, good redstoning. You're right. That is how it should be done. Make suggestions, make comments. Don't tell anybody what to do and don't complain. That is my advice for getting noticed. I myself, I was nobody. And now I'm getting recognized by folks in the community who are literally, no word of a lie, my heroes. Those little channels, the ones with 1,000, the ones with a couple hundred, the people who are real people who are small and trying very hard that I look up to. And they're saying, hey Red, how's it going? Thanks for being in the stream that I am doing yet again. I appreciate it when you say, I made a good build. I worked really hard on it, and I like hearing that kind of stuff. That's how you go about doing it. And I am now getting a little bit of recognition, and it is paying off. And I'm meeting some of the most amazing people in the world because they are the people I love and I want to see. So that is how you do it, folks. That is the best advice I can give for doing that kind of thing. Now, there's also, the next question is, what are your ideas, Red, around privacy? Well, again, everybody's got their opinion, okay? So this is, again, just my opinion. Privacy on the interwebs, especially to do with the YouTube stuff. I created an online identity. You guys know it. It's Red with a K. I have a real name. I have a real daughter. I have a real wife. I have a real mortgage. I live in a real place, in the real world, and what I want to do is protect those as much as possible. Not because I think that if I get big and famous that a bunch of crazy people are going to come knocking on my door. That's not why. It's because I value other people's privacy. And I don't ask about that kind of stuff in the comments. I don't say, where do you live, Cherry P Gamer? I want to know. I care. If she wants to tell me, I will comment on it. But I am not going to say that to her because I respect the fact that she isn't saying it to everybody. And I do the same thing. I am Red with a K. I will always tell you, I live on Vancouver Island in British Columbia in Canada. That is who I am. I tell you that I have a daughter and that she's almost 4 years old and her name's Erica. I don't tell you much more about my life because it's my life. This stuff here on the interwebs, this is all about being here. Some people disagree with me. Some people will be a little more candid than me and tell you less. Some people will be a little bit more open and tell you more. And that's all good because it is an individual preference. There is not a right or wrong. It is what you choose to do. But remember, you gotta deal with the consequences if you choose one way or the other. Now, some of them are good consequences. Some of them are negative consequences. You just gotta deal with it no matter what. Personally, I hate dealing with stuff. That's why I'm Red with a K. I'm going to deal with one thing at a time, one entity for one location for one thing. It makes my life easy, organized, safe, and secure. And that's the way I like it. So that's my ideas on the privacy end of things as well. Now, what is the last question here? The last question gets into a little bit of hot and heavy here. Now, boys and girls, cats and kittens, all my favorite watchers who are out there right now, and all you new folks who are looking to start out, let me get you a little bit of advice. This is a business. If you are trying to hit that monetize button, this is a business. If you are trying to put anything out that is recorded, video, music, anything that is not yours alone, that you created without at all having any portion to do with any other human being that has created something out there, or corporation or business that has created something out there, you must credit them. The question is, music and credit and third-party licensing. What do you know and think about that? Man, oh man, I have never been dinged. I watch my P's and Q's, I mind it carefully, and I make sure I make 100%. I probably overdo it. Look at the about section in my videos. Look at how I credit my music. It is free music. I can just put the guy's name down, and I would still be within my rights to do that. But I put his name, I put the song, I put the link, I put the license, I put where I got it, I put where you can get it. I put everything down that is what is his originally. And I do this out of respect, not because YouTube made the rules and we have to follow it and it sucks. No, because the damn guy made it and he needs credit because he made it. That is why. It's the same reason if I made something. I made Red with a K. You use that word, you better say Red with a K made Red with a K, or else I'm going to come over there and break your legs. And that is the same way I expect anybody would react should they find out that their invention, that something that they made, is being used. Just say who did it. Nobody cares. You don't need to take credit for it. It doesn't make you cool to do that. It makes you cool to respect that other folks have a brain and are able to do that kind of thing and allow you to utilize their music, their video, their creations, their anything that goes on. Give them credit. It is well deserved, and you know what? If you do something one day, you'll get credit. And that is a good thing. That is how you get noticed in a community. Be good to them. Be respectful to them. Label it out. If you're unsure of how, just shoot them a Twitter, twat, twiddly-twoo. Shoot them an email and say, hey, how do you do? I did this. How do I make sure that people know it was your song in the background? And they will email you back and say, cool, here's the link you put in your video. Thank you. That's what happens. Sometimes you get criticism. Sometimes you'll get, no, I don't want that music to be used. Please remove it from whatever it is you've done. And you go, thanks. I'm glad I checked with you because I was going to publish that. And you move on. And that's what you do. It's just being a grown, respectful person. And that is how you deal with it. So I'm sorry again, guys. Like, that's the end of the questions that I could categorize safely here, okay? Now, keep in mind, these are my opinions. You do not have to agree with them at all. But you do not have to hate because of what I said. You just gotta listen because you wanted to listen. And that's all I can ever ask of you folks. So, hey, what the, you little rotten stinking zombie. So, I would take it from a man. I am an old man. I would take it from somebody who's been around the block a few times and whose small channel is doing well. I'm 30 days old. I'm doing good. So, I got all those questions out, and I'm sorry that was a whole lot of talking. If you need clarification on anything else, let me take a look at you personally here. If you need clarification on anything else that I've covered here, you send me a personal message. I will clarify it as best as I can. I will take the time to do such a thing. If you have any other questions, put them in the comments at the bottom of this video. That is where I can guarantee you that I will see them. If you Twitter twat them at me, I may not get them because my Twitter is going bazonkers these days with how well everything's going. So please, leave more questions. Even if you left questions before, leave more again. Ask me things, and I will tell you as much as I can possibly tell you. If you need links, if you need info, if you need to know where I got my music and how I linked it, let me know that that is what you want, and I will tell you. This is all about taking care of you guys. So sometimes the truth hurts. Sometimes the truth is an opinion. Remember that. And I am here for you guys. This is a safe place to say whatever the heck you want to do. Thanks again for joining me. This is Red with a K from Red's soon-to-be Rustic Retreat. See ya!